Wednesday practices this season. He's missed 18 of 41 Arizona practices overall. And even though he's the league's leading receiver and helped win a game against Buffalo with his Hail Murray catch, the missing practices thing is starting to become a thing with the Arizona media, something Hopkins addressed emphatically. When else but Wednesday?
There's a reason that I play football and they watch. And there's a reason that, people are in positions for a reason. So I really didn't listen to it. I just listened to my grandfather. And he was saying, man, Arizona, they're really kind of on you right now because you're not practicing. And all the critics and the sports people, and tell those people who said I don't practice to come watch me play the game.
Yeah, even in this season, they don't normally play games on Wednesdays. Senior NFL insider Adam Schefter is with us. Adam, you're a big basketball fan, big NBA guy. Definite shades of Allen Iverson there as Hopkins was talking about practice. What have you heard from the Cardinals, though, about what their receiver had to say?
Listen, they've tolerated this all year long, and it's not an issue as long as he goes out and produces the way he does on Sunday, which he has throughout the course of the season, making spectacular catches. There was the last-minute catch, the Hail Mary that beat the Buffalo Bills. There was the big catch last week that beat the Philadelphia Eagles. If you're going to make plays like that in games, you can miss practice. And they've been looking after him and taking care of him. And when you speak to the people in the Cardinals organization, they always say he's one of the toughest players. They don't worry about him missing their practices on Wednesday or during the week. They know he's going to be there on Sunday. He always is. It's not an issue. And so maybe it's an issue with the Arizona media, but I think they're one of the few people that notice this and are concerned about it at this point in time, Randy.
He was as casual as I've ever seen, answering perhaps difficult questions there, leaned back in the Zoom. The Washington football team, meanwhile, fined its quarterback, Dwayne Haskins, and removed him from the role of team captain 3 days after he was photographed at an event with strippers while not wearing a mask. What does the future hold for Haskins in Washington, Adam?
Look, it seems like maybe the best thing for Dwayne Haskins in the future would be to get a reset somewhere else, somewhere away from where he went to high school, somewhere away from where he's got mentors and friends, somewhere away from where he's made repeated bad decisions and used bad judgment. He's a good kid when you speak to the people in the Washington organization. He's well liked. They appreciate him. They think he's got talent. But sometimes I think the people believe that he might be best off away from the area that he grew up in, an environment where he would forge his own life. And maybe that would be helpful. That's the long term. The short term, Randy, is this, that Washington is playing for a division championship on Sunday. They can win that NFC East title with a victory over Carolina. And they don't know that they're going to have Alex Smith. Calves are tricky. They are not counting on having him. And I'm told there's a decent chance that Haskins will wind up starting. We'll see how the next few days of practice play out. If Hopkins were in Washington, he wouldn't be practicing, but Haskins will be.
Oh, he just tied it all together. In the biz, we call that a callback, and that's how we're going to wrap it. This is Adam Schefter with the latest for us on SportsCenter.
Out of 41 practices thus far this season, DeAndre Hopkins has missed 18 of them, with 13 of them coming on Wednesdays, 10 of which were for veteran days off, according to the Cardinals injury reports. He has missed 5 practices with an ankle injury, 1 practice in Week 12 with an illness, and another practice in Week 13 with neck and back issues. The lack of practice time hasn't mattered to the NFL's leading receiver, who has over 1,300 yards. 13 yards, over 1,300 yards, and he was named to his 5th Pro Bowl on Monday. Here is DeAndre Hopkins on those practice habits.
I heard a lot of negativity about me not practicing when I first came to Arizona. For those people who don't understand football and who just watch, there's a reason that I play football and they watch. Please tell your friends and all you guys on the local stations, if you got anything negative to say about DeAndre Hopkins, I charge to come on shows, but I give a discount to come on the show for those people.
Oh, come on. I give a discount. Okay, I'll let you go. But this makes me feel a certain kind of way.
Let me just say this. He's the best thing, DeAndre Hopkins is the best thing that's happened to the Cardinals team.
Sure.
Ahead of Kyler Murray. He's the best thing that's happened to the team. He's delivering. He's the best receiver statistically in the league. This does shed a little bit more light on Bill O'Brien's decision to say, I don't want this guy here in Houston, but he's still an idiot for having done that. You don't move a guy like that because of how good he is and the difference maker he is. There's probably a lot of people that feel like Bill O'Brien that don't like DeAndre Hopkins because of how he handles stuff like this, and all of a sudden it's coming to light he doesn't like to practice. But Bill O'Brien lost his job because he took too big of an issue with this. I get it. I was an athlete. There's probably guys on the team, given that this is all coming to light, that probably aren't the biggest fan of DeAndre Hopkins. But you know what they don't want? For him to be wearing a different jersey.
Right.
So some things you just have to sit there and go, I don't love this. But man, that guy goes out there every Sunday and delivers, and he has been. And much like we talked about Juju Smith-Schuster and his dancing, it's all good right now, or was, because the results were coming in as wins and high-level performance. When the performance starts to dip, you go 0-3, the dancing stops. When DeAndre Hopkins starts underperforming, the questions will be valid. Until then, all you can do, Shay, is have that stank face you got going on right now and deal with it.
Rude.
Unfortunately, that's how it has to go.
Rude. Okay. There's a lot of players across the NFL that take Wednesdays off, or they rest, or they sit on the sidelines, or whatever it is. They miss a practice for this reason or another, and that's totally warranted. Like, that is normal. Normally, Wednesday is a lighter day, and I understand that. But I have never heard it really come to light in this kind of manner. So to me, this feels like kind of a bigger deal. If you watched that rant on social media or wherever you did, it's like the demeanor. He's like slumped down, like, I give a discount. Like, it's just like, dude,
He's a receiver. He's a receiver.
He is a receiver, and he is a diva, and he is. But to me, I'm like, hey, buddy, do you mind? Like, this is your job, okay? Like, I don't care if I'm the top paid person anywhere at ESPN or anywhere. I still can't just miss days because I want to.
Oh, you're asking about professionalism? You're sitting here in a onesie right now, so chill out.
It's Christmas.
So chill out. I mean, you're wearing a onesie on ESPN.
Jordan, I would
chill out.
Don't tell me to chill out. Yours is way tighter than mine, and I'm pregnant, so don't do that.
Dang!
Okay, so that's chill out.
That's what we're doing.
You chill out. Okay, so
that's why you. That's why you always want the lights out. Now I'm starting to understand things a little. It's all starting to come together here.
I'm just kidding. It's just because you're tall. Anyways, my point is that I just didn't care for the demeanor. I didn't care for the I'm better than you. I need a disc. Like,
but you like those numbers.
Comment.
But you like those numbers.
Sure. Is he a fabulous receiver? The best one in the NFL right now? Of course.
Best way to ask you this. Your Chicago Bears are in the hunt, just like the Cardinals are in the hunt for the playoffs.
Of course I would want DeAndre Hopkins on the Bears.
With all that comes.
Of course.
Would you still want him on a Chicago Bears?
Of course I would.
Would you be cheering for him?
Of course I would.
There you go.
But would I have a gripe against, hey, dude, do you mind not kind of acting like that? And if I'm covering DeAndre Hopkins the way I was covering the Bears, he'd be my least favorite player to cover. Because he would charge every time he did an interview. He'd act like he didn't want to be there. He wouldn't be in the locker rooms after practice because he didn't practice that day. Like, he'd be the worst kind of player to cover. And I just feel like, why do you want to have that rep when you're the best? Why? What for? Because when things start going south, you see the same people on the way down as you see on the way up.
Hey, talk to him.
It's true.
Talk to him. In your onesie over there.
Change your demeanor. Jordan, it's the holidays. Change your demeanor.
You called me fat about 10 seconds ago.
I did not. You sound like a woman. I did not. My boyfriend called me fat. I did not. I just said you're hating on me. I don't know if that's a
gender-specific comment to be made.
That's
offensive to a lot of people.
It is a line from a movie.
What movie? You're lying. I'm calling you out.
No,
what movie?
No, I'm not.
What movie?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
You know I wouldn't know. I hate that movie.
Don't quiz me on air either.
I'm sorry.
You are a robust red onesie over there.
I like my onesie. I'm going to embrace it.
It looks nice on you. It's breathable. Isn't it?
I'm big, I'm beautiful, and I'm out here, all right? Out here on Christmas. All I know is you taking shots at a lot of young brothers today, and I'm starting to get uncomfortable.
Who?
You came at James Harden. He's
warranted.
DeAndre Hopkins is
warranted.
Your loving husband is robust. You better chill out.
Hey, I was on the Cam Newton train, though. I'm all about Cam Newton today.
All right, we're back. Because I can't be aligned with somebody who's going to take this many shots at young brothers all day long.
I wasn't.
All right?
I wasn't.
I can't do this if this is who you're going to be the whole show. I'm not going to sit here like a clown for 3 hours and do this stuff. So let's spread it out a little bit.
But Jordan, you do look cute.
I hate when you call me cute. I hate that.
Why?
I want to be hot.
Okay, well, that today, my love, that's not going to fly.
Happening. I feel you. Okay, I feel you.
That's just fair. Not going to happen. The Mavs, Clips, Celtics, Nuggets. Which one of those contenders is too good to be true?